So about a year ago, frustrated with movie magic scheduling, StudioBinder, and non-purpose-built solutions like LibreOffice and Google Docs, I began working on a simple app which let me easily create and edit stripboards for my projects. It was a primitive solution, but one which sparked an idea. I'd already come this far, so why not just make the app do everything else I'd want a production scheduling app to do? And why not do it all in a way that's simple to use with powerful features and a beautiful design? I had a couple apps in mind that I wanted to emulate. These three especially. Fade In Pro does an amazing job of just getting out of the way and letting you write. I've since opted for more traditional methods of screenwriting, but Fade In strikes a perfect balance of rich features within an unobtrusive interface. But about that interface, it doesn't look great, does it? Not bad, but not great. Which is why I also looked to Affinity software. It's loaded with powerful features and a pleasant design, but the interface is a bit cluttered and overwhelming for new users. Then there's DaVinci Resolve. It looks nice enough, is incredibly powerful, and is easier to approach than Affinity, though less intuitive than Fade In. With these and others in mind, I set to work, always checking myself against three core principles echoing the Vitruvian triad: power, simplicity, and beauty. Fast forward a couple months and we now have SimpleStrips, a free, feature-rich production scheduling software for stripboards, call sheets, breakdowns, calendars, and more. It looks and feels light years ahead of Movie Magic Scheduling's clunky, slow, and outdated interface, isn't loaded with unnecessary features like screenwriting and mood boards in a scheduling app, StudioBinder, and it's definitely not tied to being online or paying a subscription. SimpleStrips is free right now. You can get it at filmkly.com or inglesandcompany.com if you'd really rather just type out a longer web address. Click on the SimpleStrips card at the top and you'll be on the download page with versions for Windows, macOS, and even Linux. When you install, you may get a warning that the developer isn't known, but that's because becoming a recognized developer requires paying both Microsoft and Apple, in some cases thousands of dollars, which just isn't something I'm willing to do for a free app, at least not yet. Now, let me show you why I think this app solves so many headaches when it comes to production scheduling. Whether you're making a feature, short film, a series, or even a music video. When you hop into SimpleStrips, there are two ways to get started building a stripboard. First, you can always create strips, characters, and locations manually. But if you have your screenplay as a Fountain or Final Draft FDX file, you can just import it, and all of your scenes, locations, and characters will be added automatically. For a producer or AD, this means skipping hours of manual data entry and jumping straight into scheduling, without any more copy and paste headaches. If you do need to edit or add to your cast and characters, it's easy to do right in the panel. And the same goes for story locations too. Now here's where things get breezy. The strip auto-sorting system. Just set up your rules, and with one click you have a schedule. Don't spend hours sorting. SimpleStrips follows industry standard logic by default, giving you a solid foundation to maximize efficiency for your specific needs. Of course, you can still move things around manually. You're going to want breaks and banners in there, of course. And you can even split shooting across up to 10 different production units. SimpleStrips makes building and managing your crew simple, even when multiple units are sharing some or all of the same personnel. Picture a smaller film project where each unit's constantly swapping their members. You can choose to mark individual members as shared, or reversibly combine the unit crews entirely. The app's warning system will flag any double booking incidents. When it comes to assigning shoot locations, SimpleStrips has a few powerful tricks up its sleeve. Since multiple locations often share the same nearest hospital, SimpleStrips remembers every hospital you've entered and suggests them automatically when creating new shoot locations. The location tie system makes bulk edits effortless. Double ties make the link reciprocal. Just set a tie and all your existing strips having the tied location will update instantly. But you can always override this on individual strips if you need. Ties and double ties can also be created directly from the story locations form as well. The app does breakdown sheets, and will pull tags directly from FDX files if any were made. For first ADs and department heads, pulling tags from FDX files turns what could be a full day's work into a quick review. This feature is next up for a major workflow overhaul, but this is how it works today. When it comes to actually locking in dates, that's far easier to do in a calendar than a stripboard. So there's a Google Calendar style workspace for your schedule as well. It even has a fully functional week view for more detailed changes. You can auto-schedule your shoot days with 12-hour turnaround awareness built in, giving you peace of mind, especially for union sets. By default, this workspace is locked to your Stripboard order, so you don't accidentally blow up your schedule. Though you can turn this off, and your Stripboard will rearrange to match the calendar as you work. Swap days on the Stripboard later, and the calendar will reflect that too. But the calendar isn't just for your Stripboard. Everything can be scheduled there, and SimpleStrips will even generate day out of days reports from it if you use standard entry names. When your schedule's set, you can export it as an iCalendar file to share with your team. Now, what about the all-important call sheet? Just click on a shoot day on the calendar, or an end of day strip on the Stripboard, and the dynamic panel will automatically open a form for any data that can't be pulled automatically from your Stripboard, calendar, or breakdown sheets. And it's not just call sheets. SimpleStrips can export PDFs of your Stripboard, cast list, crew list, locations list, and breakdowns too. You might also notice there's a feedback button up top. That feedback button is all important. I want to build SimpleStrips into something that works for everyone, and the only way I can really do that is if everyone using the app contributes to it. Let me know what you like and what you don't. I'm going to be making a bunch of follow-up videos walking you through all of the features in depth, but in a way meant to teach the concepts rather than just the software. For example, I'll be teaching you how to make and use breakdown sheets, and I'll be using SimpleStrips to do it, but the tutorial will be about how to make a breakdown sheet, regardless of whether or not you're using SimpleStrips. I'll be making other content on this channel as well, so to keep up, subscribe, hit that like button, it really does help with the algorithm. Drop some ideas of what you'd like to see in the app or on this channel in the comments below, and give SimpleStrips a try. After all, it's free.